So it's almost time for speeches. So let me give you some speech tips. One thing that a lot of people fail to do is to look directly towards the camera. If you give your speech by looking straight down at your paper, all everyone will see is the top of your head, your forehead, and not your pretty, beautiful, or handsome face and smile. So make sure that you look out to the camera. You can look down some and look back up. You create the type of outline that we've done because in this course we do what's called extemporaneous speaking. Extemporaneous speaking is a combination of an outline and memorization. So you're not completely memorizing your speech. You're not reading your speech verbatim, word for word. You have brief sentences and a few words to kind of jog your memory. So because of that, you're able to look down a little bit, look back up, look down a little bit, and look back up. Another tip when giving your speech, make sure to work your face. You have that handsome, beautiful face for some reason, make it work. So I should see facials. If you're talking about something really exciting, you should smile. If it's more serious, you should have a serious tone. I should never see something like, oh, we went to Cedar Point. It was so much fun. It was a great time. I don't believe you. So it was a great time. We have a nice time. But you also need to be careful of being overly jolly on serious subjects. You can die from breast cancer. That's a little bit much. So make sure you're using the appropriate facials. I don't know if you noticed, but you can change the inflection of your voice, the tone of your voice. So you can make your voice a little higher. Yes, that's very exciting. Or you bring it down to a more serious tone and make it a little lower. That helps differentiate between a monotone speech versus a very interesting, exciting speech. If I gave my speech to you the entire time like this, you would be extremely bored. So remember eye contacts, remember your vocal qualities, that means your highs, your lows, and work on your face with your smiles, your frowns, your serious faces. So you need to make sure all of those things are in place. Make sure you're looking at the audience by looking at your camera. I know it's kind of awkward, but you can look out to your audience members that are past your camera and give that same eye contact. Another tip, try to use gestures. You'll be standing, so right now I'm sitting, but you can kind of use your hands as gestures to try and get across your speech. If you're not a person that gestures a lot, try to use at least one or two. But make sure you're gesturing somewhere within your speech. There's also something called pausing. Pausing doesn't mean to take a nice pause to prove a point. Pausings are your ums, ers, So my speech today, I'll be talking about the way people can do Okay, you want to make sure you're not doing too many pauses. You want to make sure you're focused on what you're giving in your speech, your outline, and things of that sort. Now, what helps to eliminate pausing is if you've rehearsed. I want you to rehearse, rehearse, rehearse. But I don't want you to rehearse to the point where it's memorized. You just want to rehearse to the point where you know your information well enough. And another very vital, important point is to remember to say your sources. Meaning, according to the website www.nfl.com, according to NBA.com, according to Tom Jones' book, The Running Man, according to the book, The Running Man, those are all examples of how to cite a source. So according to the book Running Man, if you jog 6 times a day, you can have heart healthy, that's a heart healthy exercise that you may get. Something of that sort. So make sure you either say the title of the book, the title of the article, the title of the author's name and book, and or the title of the website. You may not just simply say the title of the author because I don't know who that is. So you might say, according to Tom Jones, and I won't know who that was. Is that your uncle, your cousin? Did he write a book? Did he write an article? So you have to say, according to Tom Jones' article, people run every day for a healthier life. And then I'll know exactly where that's coming from. So those are a few tips to help you get through your speech. Please look at the speaker evaluation form, and everything that's on there I'll be grading you for. So look at every entity prior to giving your speech to make sure you have everything you need. Make sure you have 3 or more audience members. Make sure you have some type of video, or not video, some type of PowerPoint, or you can use actual items. The new cell phone looks like this. So some type of prop or video or PowerPoint so that I can see that you have something to correspond and go along with your speech. Some type of visual aid. So I should see a visual aid. I should hear your speech. You should have your audience members. You should be speaking loud enough and clear enough that I can understand what you're saying. And if you do those things, and do not read directly off of your outline. No one should have their outline. I don't have a piece of paper. I'm trying to grab one. And just simply, according to the such and such and such and such and da da da, and you're reading, your whole head is down into your speech. You should have that look down, glance up, look down, glance up, and know your speech. So practice, practice, practice. And if you do these things, you will be great. You'll do a wonderful job. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to email me and I will email you back, or you can set up an UVU date and we can talk personally back and forth and I can answer any questions that you have. Thank you, and I hope you have a wonderful time doing your speech. And this is an exciting and adventurous venture that you're about to take on, and I'm sure you all will do exceptionally well.